Well, g'day everyone, my name's Ian and I want to welcome you to Ingadine Heathcote Anglican's 5-minute family devotions. Now over the next couple of weeks we're going to spend some time seeing how Jesus is in control in a couple of different ways. Now it's really important to know that Jesus is in control because times are changing. People are getting sick and we know that we have to keep our distance from others more and more. When we feel like everything is going out of control, it's great to remember that Jesus is completely in control. Now let me tell you about a story that shows and reminds us that Jesus is completely in control. It's from Matthew chapter 8. Now Jesus had been traveling everywhere and news had been going out about how amazing he was. And because of that, large crowds gathered to be able to see Jesus. One of the people who came to see Jesus was a man who had leprosy. Now leprosy was a horrible skin sickness that made you have horrible sores all over your body that people could see. Now leprosy was also a very contagious sickness. Often it was spread by touch or by contact with somebody who was sick. And so because people could catch it just by touching somebody that was sick, everyone kept their distance from somebody who had leprosy. Whenever they walked into a room or anywhere into a town, they had to call out, "Unclean, unclean," so people could move away. People with leprosy were left all alone. And the last bad thing about leprosy was that it had no cure. If you got leprosy, you had it for life, and it even might kill you. You see, leprosy sucked. One man who had leprosy came to see Jesus. Now, he came through the crowds and he knelt before Jesus. He cried out to Jesus and said, "Jesus, you have the power to make me well if you only want to." Now, what would Jesus do for this man? Jesus could no doubt heal him just by speaking, because he had healed people from towns away just by speaking. Surely he could do that to this man. Then Jesus did something amazing that would have shocked everyone in front of him. Jesus reached out his hand and he put his hand on the sick man. Now, did Jesus know what he was doing? Surely he'd get sick by touching this man. Now you can imagine the people in the crowd saying, "No, Jesus, don't touch him." But Jesus reached out his hand and he touched him and said, "I want to. Now you are well." All at once the man's sickness disappeared. He was clean. He was healed. Jesus had healed the man who no one wanted to touch by touching him. How amazing. Jesus then said to the man, "Go and show yourself to the priests so that everyone will know that you are well." And that the man did. How amazing. Jesus healed a man with an incurable illness just by touching him. Now the man was powerless to help, but Jesus helped him with a cleansing touch. Now we might not have leprosy, but we are also sick beyond a cure. Our sin makes us sick before God, and we can't do anything about it. We need something to be done about our sin. And you see, the great news is Jesus did something for our sin. Jesus was willing to make the man who had leprosy well. Jesus was also willing to cleanse us from our sin. But it was going to take something way bigger than just a touch. Jesus died to cleanse us from our sin because he was willing and he loved us. And we know he is in control because he did that, and it shows his amazing care for us. Jesus certainly is amazing, and he certainly is in control. Now in a minute, a couple of things are going to come up on the screen, and as a family, I want to invite you to read, to think, and to pray. Why not, when you get to each of those sections, pause the video and do each of those sections together as a family.